Yes, the bomb in Sir Galahad entered on the port side, on the shade deck, smashed through about 3 compartments, and picking up bits as it went, and eventually ended up in the battery charging room. As I said, it collected a lot of debris, and one of the pieces of debris it collected was a large sheet of alloy, which was folded into and wrapped neatly around the bomb, which made it a lot bigger, therefore, an object than it would have been otherwise. It also smashed through a lot of batteries and carboys of acid and stuff and sprayed the whole place with acid. But the first thing to do was to actually get all the debris out of the way. Nicholson and Thompson took charge of that with the 2 lads and did a very, very good job. This is clearing all the loose stuff, a lot of rubbish, heavy stuff, light stuff, and loose. And you had to do this very quietly, of course, to stop any vibration and possibly go to the bomb and set it off. So having done that, we then decided on the route we were going to take, how we were going to take it out. And we thought the best thing to do would be to lift it, remove this large piece of metal that was rounded, and then take it underneath the hatch, up 2 decks, and then crane it over the side. Unfortunately, the crane wasn't working too well at that time, and when we tried to lift it, lowered, and lots of cries of stop. After several attempts, we managed to get it to go upwards, but it didn't leave us very much room underneath it. It was getting closer and closer to the deck. So we got it up. Now, at this stage, the wind, there was a nasty squall blowing, and the wind was getting up and putting a bit of movement on the bomb. So we had to have 4 steadying lines. And £1,000 is quite a lot to steady when you've got maybe 40 foot of crane wire. So that was fairly graunchy, I think, because you had to go through a hatch which didn't leave very much room. You had to take it diagonally across the hatch to get it up. Then got it to the top, swung it overboard, and lowered it into a Gemini full of cornflakes packets, which we thought was the best thing, really, to absorb any shock from the waves and to let it nestle in so it wouldn't move. And Nicholson and Thompson took the Gemini away under tow with Ablesy and Mottram. And the idea was to let the air out of the Gemini and sink the Gemini with a bomb in it. This unfortunately didn't work, so they slashed the Gemini tanks and still it wouldn't sink. And so with great presence of mind and very, very carefully, they both got into the sinking Gemini and eased the bomb over the side very carefully.
Now the second bomb you went for, I gather you did a bit of dentistry work on it.
Yes. In fact, the second bomb wasn't my bomb. The second bomb was Chief Head Officer Trotter's bomb, who's my number 2.
You didn't fight over it, did you?
No, we have a distinct rule, you see, that everybody has a go at 1 bomb if there are enough to go round, and we try not to make people have a go at 2 bombs, if possible, because obviously we want to try and minimise the risk. So, in fact, it was Chief Trotter's bomb, and he worked out the whole thing. But I went along really just to give him a hand and to do the close-in work with him. And when you start messing around with pistols, that's what we call a fuse in the end of a bomb, everybody else goes away. And it was, in order to find out whether it was armed or not, we had to remove a lot of debris that was inside, sort of virtually standing on our heads at the same time, because there was very little room. You had to sort of come in over the top without touching the bomb. Get your head down, squeeze in. And we removed it with a dentist's toothpick, which we found was the best thing. It was a little bit scraped, a little bit wet at the time. Just enough to see what we wanted to see, and then we knew what it was like.
Was this a difficult one to deal with? This one took you a lot longer, didn't it?
This one took us 22 hours.
Non-stop?
Non-stop, yeah. I think you come to terms very quickly with the fact that you are dealing with a large amount of explosives. For example, we don't wear body armour. What's the point?
Now, I gather, Bernie, that you played the violin afterwards.
Yeah. Well, it's a good way of relaxing.
Sorry, why do you play the violin every time we defuse a bomb?
I think out of the sheer relief and joy of being alive, I don't know. No, I enjoy playing my fiddle, and it's relaxing, and the lads like to listen to it as well.
And I gather
well, they haven't told me they don't yet.
I gather also that you recited a poem. Can you tell me what it was?
Oh yes, it was a poem called The Impossible Task, which is it's just a little spoof poem which I wrote. It's a kind of Think of England type poem with a surprise ending. But
Can you do it? Can you?
Well, right now?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well, I wonder if I can remember it. Yes, you have to. It should really have a Union Jack behind it to do this, but it goes. They said that it could not be done. They said it was impossible. They said no man, however strong, could do what was not possible. They said that many men had tried in every way they knew, and though they tried, they all had failed this thing so hard to do. And so he said that he would try this thing to overcome, and strive with all his might and main until his task was done. They said that it could not be done. They said that he would rue it. But he faced the challenge, and he found he couldn't bloody do it.